Good morning. This is Ron Janish. Today is the 8th of September. It's a Thursday. We're going to take a look at the markets. Some of the things I'm going to look at are short-term oriented. Some of the things are longer-term oriented. And we're going to use Andrews techniques to keep it as simple as possible, primarily drawing and focusing on the median line and not including all the really cool Babson and other Andrews techniques. Okay, so here we'll take a look. Here we have soybeans, November soybeans. And as you can see here very clearly, prices for days now have been going up past the median line. Just did really nice, went past the far parallel, back down to the ML, back up past it again, just kept on going, and finally made a nice reversal here and gave us a sell indication. And so what we're looking for at this point here is at least a few days of downside. Okay, so we'll have to wait and see and what actually happens. By the way, if you haven't taken the Andrews course, please go to andrewscourse.com where you can get all that good stuff. Let's move on to something in the Forex markets that hardly anybody looks at. Here's the Mexican peso. Hey, peso. Um, as you can see here, prices went up past the parallel, kind of stayed going higher in the pitchfork range, went up past the median line and hung out there for several hours. And this is a short-term chart, so we're looking at short-term for at least, the next day or so of this continuing to go lower. Okay, because it wound up giving us a sell indication up here somewhere. And look at this. I mean, even people who came in the game late wound up having opportunities to get in. This one is of the utmost interest to me. It is called what is it called? It's called the New Zealand dollar. The reason it's very, very interesting to me is that let's look at it on a daily chart. If we, that's not the right ML. Come on. There we go. As we can see here, prices went up past the median line, right up to near the far parallel and reversed. And right now, because of the patterns in here that you'd know if you took the Andrews course, we're looking at this one here being a good candidate for a substantial downside move, which could last far more than a few days, perhaps weeks. We'll have to wait and see. Here's the dollar index. Dollar index, let's look at this on a hourly basis. Dollar index for the next several days, we're at the very least, we're looking at the dollar index to going up here for the next several days at least. And as you can see, prices went down to the median line, went down there and reversed rather nicely. And so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Moving on to the E-mini. E-mini is just really doing one heck of a job of going up and down and up and down the last few days. If you notice in here, it went up to the median line, came down, went up to the median line, made some new 5-day highs or 10-day highs, whatever it is, and down we've come this morning after the employment report or whatever report came out today. And those of you that are into Andrew's patterns that are kind of interesting, you'll notice that right in here you have what I personally refer to as Tom's pattern. Andrew's referred to it as something else, which would have given you a watch out. It's down we go time over here. Moving on to gold. Gold has just been really, really nifty. A lot of people think it's in a nice uptrend. I'm just looking at this going, gee, it went past the median line, went up past the far parallel, kind of hung out there a while, and down we go. And looking at this coming down a bunch further, perhaps for at least 1 or 2 days, perhaps more. We'll have to wait and see. Moving on to bonds. Bonds are kind of neat. They went up rather nicely. As you can see here, they made it up to the median line and reversed. And now we're looking at bonds, which have really been going in this sideways pattern for a while. Let's look at this. This is a sideways pattern. And that's the neat thing about Andrews is if you drop it down to intraday charts, you can use intraday charts for doing your analysis, which gives you a pretty interesting indication as to what's likely to occur the next several days. Okay, so that's what I do with intraday charts. Anyway, andrewscourse.com is the way to go for me, and I'd love to have you join me. We do have a special on the course right now, so if you contact us, support at andrewscourse.com. That would get it directly to me, and we'll set you up with the course. And by the way, in October is a very special seminar, and you may want to be there. Anyway, I thank you for your time and see you next time.